Alright, greetings Vanadians, and welcome to my Maple Mall Duo event breakdown update. Well, mostly just an update for the calculator specific part, because as you guys know, I do apologize if you guys hear me all nasally and coughing and sneezing. I do apologize, I'm still sick. But, at the very least, the game is currently on maintenance, and I took about 1,500 milligrams of Tylenol to try and stifle the headache and fever, so hopefully I can actually get this done, and surprisingly, I was able to get it done. And unfortunately, I had to use a bunch of chat GPT to help me figure out the formulas because, yeah, we gotta... I don't know how to fix this stuff, probably. I got it to work before, but then I screwed up by putting a comma somewhere. So yeah, judge me for using AI to help me fix this, but at least I got it done. But before we actually go into this, I'd like to first preface a couple of things. First and foremost, if you've already done your 50,000 kills on day 1 and 2, which that's kind of impressive, but at the same time, we don't know if Nexon is going to retroactively give you the points that you've already killed for if you've already done so before the maintenance on February 5th. So because of that, I will not be bothering to make a calculator / build for that. The calculator that I'll be posting in the description will be available for, well, not really download, but making a copy and experimenting with yourself for this one. And in additional, if you look at the actual video title, it'll say 12-hour build. Specifically, this is assuming you're okay with and you have the time to AFK at least 12 hours for the entire week, for every week for the event, upwards of 6 weeks. So, because of that, I personally think 12 hours is a fine sweet spot. If you don't think it is for you, you are welcome to make a copy of the calculator and actually experiment it with yourself to see if you can actually increase it. Just remember to check the total hours that you have right here when it's generated. I know another thing to note is don't touch the data table. Don't mess with it. Just leave it the way it is. As for the actual calculator, to explain how this works, for week 1, assuming either you didn't do any of the kills yet, or you didn't AFK anything, or if we actually do get the points back for those who did do the kills, this is what you follow. For week 1, long-term and dynamic are level 1. For week 2, long-term is 3, dynamic and charge are both level 1. Week 3, you go to long-term 5, dynamic and charge stay at level 1. And then from week 3 to 6, long-term will stay at level 5, so you will never touch that ever again. So, and on week 4, you'll have level 2 dynamic and level 3 charge. And that is on the first week that you'll be actually able to unlock the first boost. To those who don't know, there are 4 different boosts that require you to unlock with certain level thresholds of any of these skills at a total level, or at a specific set level. And if you unlock a higher one, it'll automatically apply the higher one, so it doesn't really matter for what it is. I'm just going to label it as boost 1, boost 2, so you can ignore that. And week 5 will be dynamic 2, charge 5. Dynamic just stays at level 2, honestly. And then the last week, week 6, charge will go to level 7. Another thing I like to explain so people understand where my logic is for the actual calculator, this was going off of overall average for the total multiplier that was applied for the minimum and the maximum if you did dynamic, because dynamic gives you a bottom and a maximum. This is also assuming that the way Nexon has it coded is it either gives you the minimum or it gives you the maximum for that specific tick. This is also I'm hoping Nexon didn't make it that it can roll a 0.001 multiplier from the minimum to the maximum, because if it can, that would be really stupid. So once again, the logic for this calculator is assuming the overall average, which encompasses the total multipliers multiplied by the hours, and then you get the average. This is not going off of what you can get at the minimum or the maximum, strictly the average. So, if there's any conflicts with the data that you see or what you experiment with the calculator, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll pin it in a primary comment as well as in the description for people to see. But overall, this is how I was assuming it'll work. And other than that, once again, if you're going to be making a copy of this, the only things that you touch are going to be this top left portion of the actual calculator. My webcam is blocking it, but you don't really need to see what it is because once you download the once you get to the actual link, you'll see what I'm talking about. Only mess with these 3 boxes. Do not touch the other ones below here. And obviously, actually, let me do this right now so people can actually have a copy of it. Alright. So yeah, this will be a blank copy for you to make your own build. Total hours, you'll have to input manually. And the total left will just tell you how much actually points you have left for that week. And just don't mess with this top column as well. I mean, top row. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else for me to cover or update about this. But if there's anything I missed or anything I was unclear about or anything you couldn't really hear because I'm nasally, please let me know down in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them or clear anything out. Other than that, I got nothing else to cover, so thanks for watching and support. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.